video, I'm going to show you how to play the A, the E, and the D chords in the open position so you can get on your way to learning how to play guitar. Learning how to play guitar can be really daunting at first because there's so much information to take in. So I think it's a good idea to break it down in 2 to 3 chord increments so we don't get overwhelmed. So let's dive right in and learn how to play these 3 chords. Our first chord is going to be the open A. And the way that we play an open A is we are going to take our middle finger and put it in the 2nd fret of the D string, our middle finger, put it in the 2nd fret of the G string, and our pinky, and put it in the 2nd fret of the B. And since this is an A chord, we're going to strum from the A string down to the floor. And if you can bring your thumb around and mute that low E so you don't have to worry about striking it when you're strumming. So practice the A chord slowly with the downstrokes. This chord can be a little tricky at first because we're squeezing 3 fingers into 1 fret. So just take your time, get used to getting those fingers mushed together and mashing them strings down. And at first, your fingers ain't gonna like you too much. You are gonna have to build up some calluses, but that doesn't take long as we keep playing and practicing. Our next chord is gonna be the E major chord. And the way that we fret that, we can actually take this shape, move it up to the ceiling 1 string, lift our pinky. So we've got our middle finger and our ring finger on the A and the D string in the 2nd fret. And instead of our pinky being right there on the G string in the 2nd fret, we're going to replace it with our index finger on the G string in the 1st fret. And this chord, we get to strum all 6 strings. And it's a good idea to just go back and forth from the A and the E. The next chord that we're going to learn how to play is the D chord. And the way that we play the D chord is we are going to take our index finger and put it in the 2nd fret of the G, our middle finger in the 2nd fret of the high E, and then we're going to take our ring finger and put it in the 3rd fret of the B string, and we're going to strum from the D string down. And now we can put all 3 chords together and we've got something pretty musical. And you'll notice whenever I'm playing the D, sometimes I'm accidentally catching that open A string. They don't call me the world's okayest guitar player for nothing, y'all. And it's actually not the end of the world because the A note goes with the D chord. However, I do think it's a good idea to get used to just strumming those 4 strings when you're playing the D. But sometimes I mess up. Hey, this is guitar, this is rock and roll, mistakes are gonna happen, and that's okay. So I think it's really, really important that at first we go slow and get used to bouncing between those chords and make those transitions clean. And you can mix these chords in any variation that you want, and they're gonna sound relatively okay because they're in the key of A, and it's gonna sound good together. So take your time and keep practicing, and if these chords are a little daunting for you right now, I have a video on how to play the open E, A, and D power chords that you can find right here. and that they're a little bit easier to play than these, and that's a great video to start with if these are a little too tricky for you right now. But don't forget to just slow it down and practice, 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 and try not to overwhelm yourself too much. I promise you, in just a day or two with some practice, you'll be able to play these chords no problem. And if you like the video, run up and bear hug that like button for me. And remember, practice doesn't necessarily make you perfect, but it can make you okay. We'll see you on the next one.